Welcome back to Living 808. Kumu Kuhua Theater will stage an entire trilogy, the Kamau trilogy, and it's already available to watch. For details, we welcome in Harry and Alani. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Mahalo.
Thank you.
Let's get into this because you can share about your inspiration. I would love for you to share your inspiration and what it took to write all these plays. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. It's not pretty, so in the context of they're very difficult plays to watch.
Okay.
They're very real. And so my impetus was really my own life and what I had experienced by the time I got to college at UH Manoa, which was a lot of pain and suffering, what I've come to understand as intergenerational trauma. You know, by the time I got into college, I had had family and friends commit suicide. I had contemplated it myself. And I took, just by chance, a class from the late Professor Haunani K. Trask.
Okay.
And for the first time, I was taught a different history of Hawaii that put Hawaii and the Hawaiian experience in a worldwide and a Pacific-wide context. And for the first time, I started to understand, oh, there's a reason why all these things have happened to us. And there's a reason why we internalize the pain that we've experienced, especially as Kanaka o Iwi, as Native Hawaiians. And the first play, Kamau, was my first adult play, and only the second play that I ever wrote. I did it more as an exercise of catharsis and getting all of this anger and pain and sadness out. I didn't know how it was going to be received. And it was received very well. So that went on to get me to explore more of my life and the lives of those people around me. And by the time the second one was thought of, I could already see a trilogy.
Yeah. That's okay. I can understand that totally. Writing a trilogy is one thing. Directing all three must be a huge undertaking. Tell me what that was like.
Oh, you know, when it was like 30 years since the first one, and then so I was 30 years younger, it was easier, you know, like having, I mean, just being a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I could wake up late, I could like stay up late. But then now, like with an 11-year-old daughter, yeah, I have to wake up at 5:30 to make sure she's fed and I can take her to school. And so then it's been exhausting physically. But I mean, the great thing is that coming back to these plays, you rediscover things. And then working with Alani again on making it a trilogy, you begin to find echoes and resonances throughout the plays. And actually, that has been, I don't know, soul renewing. You know, the idea of a trilogy comes from the ancient Greeks.
Yeah.
They would have festivals in which they would do 3 plays. And then, although the shows are very difficult and like, I don't know, emotional and hard-hitting, by the time you get to the end, yeah, there is a catharsis. So creating those 3 plays in such a way that the audience, when they see all 3 plays, are like released from pain and suffering, has been a wonderful undertaking.
Okay, okay. So then that brings me to my next question. What do you hope audiences take away from this?
Well, it's been hard to watch what has happened to Oahu, my home, in the sense of how difficult it is for all of us to make a living here, and that there are now more Kanaka living outside of Hawaii than in.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, people have different views about those who are experiencing homelessness, but the reality is if people are moving away from the islands, locals as well, most of the time it's because they have to, because the economics are so brutal here.
Yeah.
Not because people want to.
No. We've been talking about that a lot lately, especially in the news. Yeah.
The shows, the plays, even though they're set 30 and 20 and 10 years ago, are still like very relevant because it's about a loss of land and culture and an inability for the characters, at least some of the characters, to make it here.
Tell me this, we're almost out of time. I just want to know how everybody can enjoy watching these. You also said that this is probably not for younger than 16, but tell us how we can enjoy the trilogy in a marathon event at Kumukuhua Theater.
Sure. Okay, real quickly, you can go to kumukuhua.org.
Okay.
And you can find out the schedule. It's essentially Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, one play a day. And then Sundays, a marathon of all three.
Ah, okay.
We're also going to be in the Festival of Pacific Arts.
Nice.
Next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. And if you go and register online, you can actually see those for free on a first-come, first-served basis. And I believe you guys have the ability to put that up on screen,
Yes.
thefestpop.org.
There you go. And we also have all that information on our website, KHON2.com.
Beautiful. Thank
Guys,
you.
thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Thank you. I learned a little bit, and I hope that folks go out and watch this and enjoy what has now seems to be a little bit more darker story, but I appreciate you telling it and directing it. Thank you.